My name is Taro Hazama, and I'm 26 years old. I'm a nurse. The hospital that I work at is massive, and inevitably, it has become the most popular hospital in the area. There are more work than we can all handle, and that's why working here is so tough. I could finally take a break, huh? Oh, I'm getting a call again. The call was from my wife. It looks like she's been trying to reach me for the past hour or so. This isn't going to be pretty. Hello?
What took you so long?
Well, I was really busy at work and...
So you're saying that work is more important to you than me?
No, of course not. You and Reina are what's most important to me.
Then you need to answer my calls. I don't care if you're at work.
But I can't be on my phone all the time and...
Just tell your boss that you need to go to the bathroom or something.
Look, I'm a nurse, alright? I can't be taking breaks all the time because you're calling me. That would be irresponsible. And besides, we're all so busy that we don't even have time to go to the bathroom right now.
There it is again. Another excuse.
I'm sorry, alright? But what did you want to talk to me about? Is this that important?
We're about to run out of diapers, so make sure you buy some on your way back tonight. What? Why aren't you responding?
That's it?
What if we run out of diapers? Huh? You want your child to piss all over herself? What the hell is wrong with you?
Okay, I'm sorry, alright? I'll get some diapers before I go home tonight. So please, calm down.
How dare you? You should never tell me to calm down.
And so she started lecturing me on how I should be treating her with more respect. And by the time she was done, my break was over. We met at medical school when we were both training to become nurses. So she should know how hard being a nurse is. But ever since our daughter was born, she's been bullying and shaming me like this. Maybe she's stressed out from having to raise our daughter. But that doesn't mean she should be treating me like this. And when I check my phone after work...
Hurry up and come back home. I'm tired, so you need to make dinner for me.
Not again. And I had another message in my inbox. It was from my aunt.
Hey, I just got a lot of groceries from my friend, but I can't eat them all. Would you guys like some?
Oh, thank you. This is my aunt Yuriko. She's my mom's older sister, and I lived in her home for about 8 years. She's like a second mother to me. Her husband passed away about 20 years ago, and her friends and family encouraged her to find someone else since she didn't have any kids yet. However,
he's the only man I'll ever love.
She stayed loyal to her late husband, and she's been living off the inheritance that he had left for her. But she was never healthy herself, and as she grew older, it became more and more difficult for her to support herself. And so that's why I asked my aunt and my parents if I could move in with her while I studied at college and medical school. I thought that would help alleviate her stress a little. I always like spending time with my aunt as well, so I thought this would be a win-win for both of us. And so that's why I spent 8 years of my life with her, in her home. Oh yeah, and the reason I became interested in the field of medicine was because I always used to visit my aunt in the hospital whenever she fell ill. Watching the doctors and nurses at work there made me want to pursue the profession myself. I think my aunt really appreciated that, so she always made sure that I was well fed and well taken care of. But anyway, thanks to the support I got from my family, I was able to pass the medical exam and became a government certified nurse. And for 4 years after that, I got married to my wife, and we decided to get a place of our own. Are you sure you're going to be fine by yourself? I'm really worried about you.
It'll be fine. And besides, you should be spending as much time as you can with your wife before you add a new member to your family.
And so my aunt and I parted ways. After discussing it with my wife, we decided to move into an apartment building that was close to the hospital I was working at. It was about 15 minutes away from my aunt's place by car, so if anything goes wrong, I can visit her. But recently, she hasn't been contacting me very often. I think she's trying to let me live my life with my family now that I'm married. But on our birthdays, she would always send us amazing, thoughtful gifts. So she would always give us presents, but ask nothing of us in return. She's really the best aunt ever. Her gifts were always super well thought out and helpful. I'm always especially excited when she gives us food, because she always picks out the best stuff for us. And so that day, I stopped by my aunt's place to receive the extra groceries she had for me. Bought some diapers at the grocery store and made my way home.
You're late.
Whoa! I was used to things being thrown in my direction. I've gotten very good at dodging them. But I should learn how to catch everything so they don't end up breaking.
Where's our dinner?
I'll heat it up now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but my aunt gave them to me. She said they're from the famous grocery store down the block, so they should taste pretty good.
What? Did you just say that you got them from your aunt?
Yeah? Is there a problem with that?
So you went to visit your aunt again?
Again?
While we were back home starving, you were out with your aunt's place having a jolly old time with her, weren't you?
No! I was only there for like a minute because she told me that she had extra groceries for me. I didn't even go inside her house!
You're disgusting!
What? I didn't understand what she was trying to say, but one thing was for sure. She was pissed.
She's your aunt! She's not even your mother, and you visit her way too often!
Way too often? No, I don't!
Yes, you do! It's getting annoying!
But I only visit her once a month! And besides, you go home to see your parents more often than that!
We're not talking about me right now. And besides, I'm visiting my parents, you're not!
But my aunt is like a mother to me. She supported me throughout college and medical school, and she's a big part of why I'm a nurse today. I told you this many times already!
But I'm telling you that that's disgusting!
What about that is disgusting, huh?
It just is, alright? You need to stop seeing that dumb bitch!
Did you just call my aunt a bitch?
Yes, I did. You can keep receiving presents from her, but I don't want you to talk to her anymore.
So, you're asking me to ignore her, even when she gives me something?
Yes, we're your family now, and you need to prioritize us.
It seems like my wife thinks that I'm prioritizing my aunt over her and our daughter. Maybe this was what my aunt was afraid of. But I've been keeping a healthy distance with my aunt, and there's no reason for my wife to lash out at me like this. She was crossing the line, but I had to speak to my aunt about this. I couldn't just ignore the problem. And when I discussed the matter with my aunt, she just smiled at me and said,
"It's all right. She's probably just nervous right now because she just had her first child. And you don't have to worry about me."
"But you've been so well to me all my life, and..."
"I know, but it's all right. You need to prioritize your own family now. And she said I can still keep on giving you gifts, right?"
My aunt is too kind. And so while my aunt kept on sending presents our way, I stopped contacting her entirely. My wife always complains about the gifts that my aunt gives us, but I know that she secretly likes all of them. She should be thanking her if she likes it so much. But I thought this would only last for a few years at most, so I spent my days like this for a while. But even after our daughter entered elementary school, my wife didn't stop hating my aunt. And when my aunt gave us $1,000 to congratulate our daughter on becoming an elementary school student, she said this!
"She's supposed to be rich, isn't she? She's so petty."
I thought she crossed the line with that comment, so I gave her a good scolding after that. But my wife seemed like she wasn't listening to what I had to say at all. And when our daughter entered middle school, things only got worse. When I got home in the morning one day after working the night shift...
Hey, why the hell are you home at noon? I don't want people to think that my father doesn't have a job.
Well, I just worked the night shift.
Then go to a cafe or something. You shouldn't be here.
My wife always complained about me in front of our daughter, so she naturally started to hate me as well. The other day, this happened.
Hey, what the hell? I told you not to wash our clothes together. Your germs are gonna get on my clothes.
But we're gonna wash it, so it doesn't really matter.
This washing machine isn't powerful enough to wash away all your germs. How stupid are you?
I was an outsider in my own home. I haven't had dinner with my family in years, and I would always be left behind on family vacations. I never get invited to them. I don't even know what I'm working for anymore. And a few years later, something life-changing happened. My aunt was carried into the hospital that I work at. Whoa, what happened? She was in critical condition and was sent to the ER right away. But the doctor said that she had a 50-50 chance of survival. I couldn't work while my aunt was in the ER, so I called my wife and waited for her surgery to end. Her only other relatives were my parents, and they were both far away back in their hometown. So I was the only one that could be there for her. I'm sorry. I didn't know this was going to happen. I should never have pushed you away. Please, be okay. And after a few hours, my aunt came out of the ER in a stretcher. Sir, is my aunt going to be okay? Yeah, She's hanging in there. Thank you so much! And the next day, my aunt woke up.
Oh, hey Taro. Long time no see.
I'm so glad you're okay. I'm so sorry for pushing you away. I never should have done that.
That's all right. But what about your wife and your daughter? Are they okay with you being here?
What are you talking about? You were about to die! I'm sure they understand.
Oh, well, okay then. Oh.
Hey, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. By the way, could you please bring some of my clothes here?
Yeah, of course. I'll go to your place and grab them right away. So I headed to my aunt's home and packed a bunch of clothes for her. But that's when I got a call from my wife.
You broke our promise!
My aunt was about to die! I can't just leave her alone!
Just forget about her!
I could never do that.
Oh, I see. So you're gonna prioritize that old hag over your own family, huh?
Stop calling her that! And besides, how much has she done for us over the years? Why don't you come and visit her before you criticize me for breaking our promise?
I want a divorce.
Huh?
Why don't you go ahead and marry your aunt? Oh, I guess that's technically illegal. You guys are so gross.
Wait, are you being serious? But why now?
Well, because this is the perfect time for this. Reina says that she doesn't want to live with you no more. But you're still going to have to pay for her tuition until she graduates from college, though.
Okay, fine, whatever. And so I hung up from our call. I knew this was going to happen eventually, but now is not the time. What do you want? A divorce, right? I get it, alright?
Taro, it's your aunt. Her condition is getting worse.
What? One of my coworkers called me, and I headed straight back to the hospital. But when I got there, I don't understand. I thought the surgery went well. I'm sorry. After you left, she fell in a state of shock, and there was nothing we could do. No, this can't be real. I don't believe it. I called my parents after that, and we quickly arranged a funeral for my aunt.
Taro, you should get some rest. You look terrible.
And so I was sitting in the back of the chapel by myself when I got a text from my daughter.
I'm sorry about your aunt. She deserved better.
Reina, I knew she hated me, but I was still glad to see that she had some sense of appreciation for my aunt. But...
Just kidding. You thought I would really say that?
What?
I never even met the bitch. I could care less about her. But I heard that you broke your promise with Mom, and you guys are getting a divorce. Finally! Now I can spend more time with my new dad.
Your new dad? What do you mean by that?
You're kidding, right? You never noticed? Mom's had a really good-looking boyfriend for a while now.
No way.
He isn't dirty like you. And he's rich, so he always buys me a lot of stuff. He's the best dad ever.
You knew and never told me about him?
Why would I do that?
I see. So you guys were never my real family, huh?
Yeah, whatever. Stop being so weird about it. But you better pay for my tuition, though. I plan on going to a private college, so good luck. It's your responsibility as a father. Understand? Hey, stop ignoring me. You bastard! You germ! Say something, asshole!
I don't care anymore. Shortly afterwards, I got a bunch of divorce documents in my mailbox. I signed them and turned them into the office. I didn't love my wife and daughter anymore, so I thought it would just be useless for me to sue them. And because my wife had a new, wealthy boyfriend, she didn't seek any money from me either. She did ask me to pay our daughter's child support in full. I just wanted to get this whole divorce process over with, so I agreed and paid them immediately. And I was too busy to deal with that stuff anyway. I had things I needed to do after quitting my job. Oh, don't worry. I'm not ending my life or anything. It's just that something surprising happened at my aunt's funeral.
What should I do? I can't afford tuition anymore, but I don't really want to get a job either. Damn it, this is all Mom's fault. She should have never cheated on Dad. God, I wish that germ was still in our life so we could use his money. I'm so hungry. I wish I could eat something at this cafe, too. Whoa! What the? Is that the germ? But why is he wearing such a nice suit? There's no way nurses can afford a suit like that. Whoa, wait, why is he cutting in line? Hey, you bastard! Stop cutting in line! Especially when I can't even afford to eat here. You don't deserve to eat at this cafe.
Whoa, Reina?
If you can afford to eat here, then pay my tuition, asshole! You never sent us enough and I can't afford tuition anymore!
You haven't changed one bit, have you? But I'm not here to eat.
Then what the hell are you here for?
Ma'am, this man is the owner of this establishment.
What?
That's right, I own this place.
But how?
That's none of your business. And you shouldn't be cutting in line. If you want to eat here, then get in line.
What the hell is going on?
At my aunt's funeral, I found out that my aunt had left the entirety of her assets to me. When I was packing her clothes at her place, she called her lawyer and updated her will. She knew she was about to die, so she wanted to make sure her final wish was respected.
Please give all of my assets to my nephew, Taro.
Those were her final words, and she passed away shortly afterwards. In total, I received this cafe, a couple apartment buildings, and a few $1 million in cash. Even after taxes, I still got more money than I knew what to do with. And so I decided to quit my job to manage all of my aunt's assets. Thankfully, my aunt's co-workers and advisors were there to help me along the way. And I was able to get her business back on track without missing a beat. I didn't think I would see my daughter here, though. I thought her new rich dad was paying for her tuition. But now she kinda looks poor?
Hey, long time no see, honey. How have you been?
Aya?
I heard from Reina that you're the owner of the MoniRobo Cafe now, is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
But you were just a regular nurse. How did you...
Does it matter?
Yes, it does.
Why?
Well, right now, we're in a bit of a financial rut.
What happened to that rich boyfriend of yours?
We broke up ages ago, so we're trying to survive just by ourselves.
Okay then.
And I've missed you a lot lately.
What?
So, do you want to start over?
Are you kidding me?
Dad, please! You have to help us!
Dad, huh? That's the first time you've called me that.
I'll call you Dad as much as you want from now on. Dad! 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 Dad!
You sound like a broken jukebox.
But anyway, I need money to pay for my tuition. If I don't get it, I'm gonna have to quit. I'm your daughter, remember? You have to help me.
But I thought I was just a germ to you.
You're not a germ at all. You're a business owner now. That's super cool.
What's super cool is my money, right?
Well, yeah, that too, but...
But anyway, I'm sure things will be better this time around. So please, honey.
Sorry, but no thank you.
Wait, what?
Why not?
You asked me how I became a business owner? I'll tell you the answer right now. I got this business from my aunt, who you guys have been making fun of all these years.
What? You inherited the business from her?
That's right, and the money you're after now belonged to my aunt. I'm not stupid enough to spend that money on you guys. When you guys are complete strangers now.
But I had no idea that your aunt was rich.
She inherited everything from her husband, and she's been protecting it ever since he passed away.
Well, if I'd known that, I would have never disrespected her.
You're absolutely disgusting. Marrying you was the worst mistake of my life.
No way.
But that has nothing to do with me, Dad. Sure, Mom might be an asshole, but I'm still your daughter and you still love me, right? So please pay for my tuition.
I already paid your mother your tuition when we got a divorce.
What? I had no idea. Mom, what did you do with that money?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I have receipts. Here.
Stop! What the hell are you doing?
Mom!
You got a divorce with your new husband, didn't you? Reina, I bet your mom cheated on him. That's why they got a divorce, right?
Yeah, you're right. That's why we're so poor right now. But I thought it was also because you never paid child support for me.
Oh, I see. So you used all the money that I sent you on paying for your divorce settlement, didn't you?
But I had no choice. They told me that I would have to pay them or they would take me to court.
Well, now the mystery has been solved. We know who's in the wrong now, Raina.
This asshole isn't my mother anymore. Dad, please, I want to come and live with you.
But Raina, you hated him when I was still with him.
But that's because you always said bad things about him. This is all your fault.
I'm sorry to interrupt your little fight, but no matter what you guys say to me, I'm not going to spend any of my aunt's money on you guys. There's just no way that's happening. And besides, just take out a student loan. That solves everything. It's your life. You should figure it out yourself.
What the hell? You call yourself a father?
Well, no. We might be related by blood, but you guys never treated me like I was part of your family. Not once in the 10 or so years that I was with you guys. My aunt and my parents, on the other hand, they're my true family.
Then I'm going to your stupid cafe and I'm going to trash the place.
Then I'll just call the police on you.
But I'm your daughter.
Well, as your father, it is my responsibility to teach you that life is hard. Bye-bye!
No, please don't go. Honey!
And after hanging up, I made sure to block these two so they could never contact me again. They visited my cafe a couple of times after that, but my employees remained vigilant and kicked them out. And according to a few of my friends, my daughter started sleeping with older patrons to pay for her tuitions. Things were going well at first, but then she came to the realization that
Hey, this is more profitable than getting a real job. Forget college, this is way better.
And so she ended up quitting college. But turns out, that was not a very good decision. She ended up getting scammed by one of her clients, and now she's completely broke. My wife, on the other hand, she got an actual job, and... Oh, who am I kidding? She ended up just like her daughter. Like mother, like daughter, I guess. I guess the only way they can survive is by leeching off of wealthy men. That's really sad. And I still feel terrible about prioritizing making them happy over doing what I wanted, and seeing my aunt more often. I don't know if I can ever make up for that, but I think the only thing I can do now is to protect what she left me. Oh yeah, and I've already talked to my lawyer, and we've made sure that my daughter doesn't inherit any of my assets. I'm gonna make you proud.